but I can avoid corners altogether by making a loop smaller and smaller.
That's an interesting idea, but pulling a loop tight is not really a gradual change. It's like having a corner in disguise, so it's against the rules.
Well, if you can't have corners, and you can't pull loops tight, I think it's impossible to turn the circle inside out.
Yes, you're right.
Wait a minute. Am I supposed to believe that you can turn a sphere inside out, but not a circle?
Yes. There is something fundamental about curves that would have to change if you were to turn a circle inside out. And that something cannot change under our allowed motions.
And what's that?
I'll explain. Imagine a monorail atop the wall. Now, the rule about monorail traffic is that the car only travels forward, and it always keeps 3, 2, and we finish with 3. The turning number is the number of smiles minus the number of frowns.
I see. The turning number measures happiness.
If you insist. Now, the nice thing about the turning number is that it remains the same when a curve changes according to our rules. Frowns and smiles can appear or disappear, but only in pairs that balance out. The number of smiles minus the number of frowns never changes.
So a curve can only turn into another curve with the same turning number.
Right. The turning number is the fundamental property I mentioned before. Frowns are like domes, curving down. But there are other points where the surface is horizontal that are neither bowls nor domes. They are saddles and look like smiles from one direction and frowns from another. Near a bowl or a dome, the horizontal stripes form rings. Near a saddle, they form an X.
But how does that change anything? Spheres don't have saddles.
Ah, but the point is how these features interact. Look, a dome and a saddle can come together and cancel out. Likewise, a bowl and a saddle can cancel out. But bowls and domes, like electrical charges of the same sign, normally don't get near each other. The unchanging number for surfaces, then, is this. Add domes and bowls and subtract saddles. This number is 1 for the sphere no matter which face is out.
Okay, I'm willing to believe that turning numbers don't prevent the sphere from turning inside out as they do the circle, but that doesn't mean you can actually do it.
We'll get to that. I know it's hard to see. Steve Smale proved it was possible in theory in 1957, but it took 7 years before Arnold Shapiro found a practical way to do it. Since the problem remained hard to visualize, more methods were invented later by Bernard Morin and several others. I'll show you Bill Thurston's method, invented in 1974. Let's go back to curves for a bit. Remember that this circle can only be changed into curves of turning number 1.
Still not allowing sharp corners, right?
Of course. Now, can the circle be turned into any curve of turning number 1? Say, this one?
Let's see. I'll try to go backwards from this curve to the circle. I think I got it. There.
Excellent. Now try this one.
I'll undo this loop first and push this bolt back. Now here. Here we go.
Very good. This one?
Whoa. You're not going to ask me to do every single curve of turning number 1, are you?
Of course not. What we need is a general method. Do you remember the simple way to transform one curve to another when sharp bends are allowed?
Yes. You just go straight from one to the other.
That's the one. When the curves have the same turning number, this method can be